Yo.
Yo, what's up? What's up?
Special guest tonight for someone, today for some other people. How are you, Iran? What's up, man?
Great. How are you?
All good. So Iran this week, he's in Denver, Colorado for Podcast Movement. It's a really, really nice event for podcasters. So we are there. I mean, Iran is there. I'm at home, back home to Florida, finally. And I'm super happy to have this town hall today. Happy Thursday, everyone.
Happy Thursday. And I'm
All
very,
right.
very happy to join the live stream again because we have another announcement today. I don't know if some of you already had the chance to play with it, but we will announce it soon. Let me know when you want to do it, Elad.
Yes. Anyways, I just wanna, before we announce, I just
Yeah.
wanna let everyone know, everyone that is new to the town halls, what we do here. So we meet every week, every Thursday, and we discuss on Evmux content creation and of course announcing anything new to the platform. And luckily, we have a lot of announcements recently, and today is one of the largest. So just to recap what we did in the last month, we announced the new speaker room. So speakers these days, they can join the platform and watch and experience the platform as if they're producers. They don't have all the capabilities, but they do see the final result of the live preview. unlike what they saw before, which was a gallery view. So that's something huge for us because a lot of people ask for it. Also, we announced the first generative AI feature in Evmux, which is generate different pictures for virtual backgrounds or for your stream in general. And that's just the first step at the door for us in the generative AI world. So expect more. And also today we are announcing something new, but 1 second before that,
Give me the drum rolls, Elad.
you will get them. Beside that, we are also saying hello to all of the amazing, amazing community members joining. So feel free to let us know in the comments where you're from. It's really nice to see faces from all over the globe here. And of course, we will answer any questions. So, besides the announcement, any questions you have on the announcement specifically, on anything we announced before, on EVMAX in general, on content creation in general, please feel free to ask, and we would love to answer. We'll just take them by order. So, first of all, we'll say hello to people in the comments. So we have Darius joining from Mobile, Alabama,
Hello, hello, there he is.
and we have Eagle VP joining from the UK. Cool, cool, cool. We have Iran from Denver. Hi,
From
Iran.
them. Yeah, hi.
And we have, who else here? We have the Bingle from Maryland, USA. Good. Thank you for joining. We have Pat Spot Page from Virginia, USA. Nice, nice. It's nearby Maryland, right? Maybe you're together. And we have Sandy with the first question today. How about you generate it so EVMux stream to my channel? I'm not sure I understand the question, but if you would like to clarify, that would be amazing. We have Ryan joining from Kansas City, and we have Kevin from New Jersey, Michael from Philadelphia. We have Giving Hope from Charleston. So nice, so nice, so nice to have you all. Cool, cool. So now we can go with the announcement. And Ryan, this is what you were looking for.
Apps and widgets, my friend.
Apps and
Widget.
widgets.
Yeah, this is a really game changer. And we are going to do some revolution, I guess, in that field because we are the only web-based platform currently on the market that have these capabilities, and we are just at the beginning. Listen to what I'm here. We are just at the beginning in this revolution, but we will dive into it. So right now, Elad, switch to the scene with the chat, with the whole chat that you can see right now, rolling on the right side of the screen. You would also QR. Maybe you will share the screen, Elad.
No, I'd like to first of all talk a little bit about what the heck is apps and widgets. Just make sure you know, Iran,
Right,
he's a very
right.
technology person, and for him it's like obvious. But for
Yeah,
people
yeah,
like myself, sometimes it's not. And I don't know exactly who is watching, but I just want to make sure that we're explaining what the heck is apps and widgets and why it is a game changer. So the balance is always between robustness and ease of use, right? We always talk about that people want a lot of features, but they still want it to be as easy to use as possible. And then this is the balance, and this is the challenge, because we want to add more features, we want to develop more features, but how we make it easy to access, easy to use, and still that the platform, when you in first sight, when you join the platform, it's still very basic and very easy, and then it will be more and more robust and advanced with according to your needs, right? So it will be, let's
exactly.
say, personalized to what you need. And the way to crack that, and I think that we cracked it, and we are very, very looking to have feedback, is apps and widgets. Basically, it allows you to get the studio in a very basic format, very basic version to begin with, and then you can
Very
add.
basic user interface. Yeah.
Yes, and then you can add apps and widgets to make the studio customized to your needs. In this case, what you see in the scene, I added an app to have the chat on the screen, and I added an app to generate a QR code. If you scan this QR code now on the screen, it will lead you to the Facebook group. You remember in all of the town halls, I'm always asking you, yeah, join the Facebook group. It's an amazing community. And then I don't really have a way to share with you easily the link. Like I need to go to Facebook to copy it and then maybe in the chat. It's not very easy to me, as of course when I'm live streaming, like I need to focus on what I do. So here it is, a QR code for live for the
Or
Facebook
even
group.
more than that, you don't need to go to another app to generate this QR, save it as an image, and then upload it to Evmux. Now you can just place the QR app, and that's it. Paste your URL that you want to redirect the people, and you don't need to do anything else. And on top of it, you will be able to design it with your own logo and things like that in the middle, and some great features only in that app, just to be able to customize the QR appearance for your needs in terms
Yeah,
of colors and things like that.
and the reason that it's an app, because if you go to the process and you add layers, then you have different options of layers. You don't want to see there like 1,000 options, right? But you do want to see the very basic options and then add apps that will allow you to add more layers according to your needs. So now for me, I can add the QR code, I can add the chat because I added those apps to my studio. Okay, and that's why it's a game changer. And also in terms of the development, it allows us to just throw away apps as we want, because it's not that it's going to add more complexity to the studio.
Exactly, and I want to elaborate a little bit more about what is the potential in general of apps and widgets, because it's much more than just a QR or the chat itself, because it's solving a much more bigger problem. Because what we figure out on the way working with Evmux is that there are so many different niche elaborating live streaming, leveraging live streaming or recording content. While we had so many requests from many different people leveraging Evmux. For example, I will take the churches. This is something that will be released soon. We were surprised how many churches leveraging Evmux to do their Sunday service. So, and we had a lot of requests about showing scriptures on the live and things like that. So many of them right now using banners, using images that they uploading to the system and showing them on stream. But imagine to yourself now that you will have a Bible app that you just add to your studio, and now you see all the Holy Bible inside of Evmux, and you just need to select the scripture you want to present on screen, and that's it. So this is one thing about how apps and widgets can be really a game changer for a specific niche. We will take. There are so many on the line, and we are waiting to publish them. But I want to keep it,
Mystery.
to have a surprise in the future. Yeah. But stay tuned, because there are so many things there, and we are going to also publish the SDK and API. So actually, anyone who knows HTML, CSS, JavaScript will be able eventually to develop on top of Evmux the things he needs, or to promote his own software if you have something and you want to integrate with Evmux. So the sky is the limit, and it's going to be huge. So stay tuned, and from time to time, just log into Evmux, explore if there is new apps on the market. We will try, of course, to update you about new things, but be ready for that. It's going to do something crazy in the next few months, I
Yeah, I
guess.
think I think that the crazy thing about it, that to begin with, EVMAX, we are developing the apps. So we'll show you
The beginning.
some
Yeah.
some of what we did today. So you see the chat, you see the QR codes, things that kind of obvious for us, and things that we see let's say the business reason behind it. As Eran just mentioned, churches, we have a lot of churches among our clients. So of course we're going to create some apps related to churches. We have some people that they use kind of sport kind of
And
streams.
we'll have a scoreboard
So we can
inside of it.
have things there. We're definitely going to develop things on our own. With that said, it doesn't mean that this is the limitation, because now with apps and widgets, you will be able, anyone that has some skills in development will be able to create an app for Evmux. And then, we're not even talking about the future that you will be able to revenue share and stuff like that. Let's leave that aside for a second. Just think about how unstoppable you can be. Like, you can basically do whatever you want, and still we can still, as a platform, we can still make sure that it's still very, very easy to use, user friendly for all the new people starting to live stream, because coming into a system and see like 1000 options of layers, they will go away. They won't stay there. It looks too complex. So
Yeah.
start very basic and then evolve with the software as you need things. I think it's a true game changer. And just see what I did here with the chat, with the QR code. One click of a button, everything native in Evmux. I didn't have to crop the YouTube screen with a screen share. I didn't have to go to another platform to generate a QR code. I just did it within the platform. And it's so powerful. It's so powerful. And we just started, as I said. So, Iran, if you have anything to add, and then I can show some other apps that we have.
No, actually, I think we covered most of the thing. Unless if we forgot something, we will speak about it maybe in the next town hall.
All right.
But I think more
Let's
important is to,
poll.
to show to showcase things right now.
Yeah, let's
And,
go
and
for the poll.
let's go to another scene with another apps, for example.
So we have a poll for you for today.
Yeah,
As
this
you
is
can
this
see,
is a poll app that we used.
so this is a poll app. I first of all want to showcase, and then we'll share screen and show you how easy it is to create that. But in this poll app, of course, we did something very basic. We're just asking, what's your favorite food? In order for you to answer, there is a QR code to scan, and you will see how easy it is. And we encourage you all to scan the QR code, go to the poll, and let us know what's your favorite food. We can have a whole discussion on food, but that's maybe later. But just for the sake of trying that out and see how it works, yeah, we
Yeah.
see real time
Okay.
or reacting.
Who loves like who joined us? Because I selected pizza before that. Elad was selecting what? Elad, what did you say?
Hamburger, I think.
Hamburger. And we have right now like two like pasta. Okay. Three like pasta. Okay.
Yeah.
Pasta right now is the leading one. That's interesting. Yeah.
Amazing. So you can see with this app how easy it is now to create polls. And people kind of, how do I create a poll? How do I do that? And they needed to use another app to do that, etc. Now within Evmux, one click of a button, you generate a poll, you generate the QR code to people to scan and answer, because there is kind of challenge how people get to the poll. With the QR code, it's super simple. Using your phone, boom, and answer the poll. Like, it couldn't be easier, right?
Exactly. Let's move to the other one. I'm excited, because we can show
All
everything
right.
right now. This is the main.
So the other one,
Right now, what you are showing, I wanna speak about it, because the current app that we just released, most of them are very general. Like they are not aiming to solve specific niche or something like that. Like I mentioned with the Bible for churches and Amazon integration for people who doing live shopping. We just released few general apps for you to be able to get understand the idea of it, and also once we will release the SDK and the API, so you will have those as an open source, just for you to be able to understand how to develop on top of it, Max. But yeah, definitely it's exciting. So we want to roll some prizes, even though no one will get it right now, but showcase it. So yeah, the wheel of fortune, spin the wheel. Active stream deck. Okay, thank you for
wow.
that. Right.
Ryan, I'll give you a stream deck.
Yeah. Thank you for
Yeah,
that.
but just think about it, how nice it is to talk to your audience and create this wheel and say, for anyone that you selected, and now they will be able to see what they achieved or what they get, what the prize is. It's super nice. And again, that's just the beginning. Of course, we'll have an app for lottery, etc., etc.
The sky
The-
is the limit. A
yeah,
lot. The
the
sky is the
experience
limit.
is amazing. No more share screens of other websites and crop them and put them in Evmux in a very clunky way. Everything is going to be natively within Evmux, and I think it's phenomenal.
It's exciting,
All
definitely.
right, I would like to share my screen in order to show you how easy it is to set everything up, right? I need to go to studio mode, I guess. Cool. All right.
Yeah,
And
you can shrink a little bit, a lot, just the yeah, exactly. So they will be able to
yeah,
see it inside.
amazing. So if you see here, going to the scene with the chat, basically by adding this app, I have another layer called checked box. By having the QR code, I have a layer called QR code. And if I'm clicking on it and going to the settings of the layer, this is where I can say tell the system, okay, this is the QR code. This is the string of the QR code. In this case, our Facebook group. As Aaron mentioned, I can change the image. You see the EVMux here. You can
Well, one
upload your
second, I
own.
want to speak about it because the interesting part of it is how things look inside of the studio. So once you add the app that you want, it's become like part of the user interface. Like, so it's very easy to use. It's not taking you out like you
It's
have
native.
some web source and things like that. It's not taking you out to another window or something like that. It's part of the studio, and this is the game changer. Like
100%, because everything is, with processings basically and web sources, you can do everything
base.
almost. The thing is, you need to
How
work so
complicated?
hard
Yeah, exactly.
to make it work. Like I can crop my screen share and bring the chat in, but it won't be native and
But
nice.
it's not only this thing. The other thing is those apps and widgets will be able to to connect and communicate with things within Evmax. For example, to get the chat, so they will be able to manipulate things with the chat and things like that. Unlike web source, that they are totally external part of the stream, and they don't have access to those things inside Evmax. So once you build an app, you will be able to get much more power because you really getting information on both sides from Evmax, and you can send it back to Evmax. So it's a total different game. It's really a game changer.
Yeah, yeah, 100%. So here you see, just real quick, you can totally customize the way even this QR code looks like. We thought about everything, I think, and of course, looking for your feedback. So that's an example of a QR code. But if I'd like to add a new app, you see, go to add new layer. I have apps and widgets. So we added just one option to the layers to keep things simple. And then you have a whole new world. In this case, so far, we have 8 apps, as you see. Okay.
It's
But
just the beginning, a lot.
just the beginning. We have a lot of apps that we're going to develop. And as I said, it's totally open for others to develop apps. And that's a game changer as well, because tools that all of you really like sometimes and they're complementing your streams, we are working on some very strategic partnerships to make them bring apps into Evmax. And then they will be just so accessible to you with one click of a button. And as we said, it's just the beginning. It's really a revolution in the way you stream and the way you use Evmux. And we're so proud of it.
That's exciting times.
All right. All right. So I do want to go through. Let's be back from my screen share. All right. And I do want to go through the comments and see what we've got. And for that, I'll take the chat off just because I want everything to look good on the screen. Perfect. All right. So I use this scene and let's see what people are saying. So Ryan, just sending rockets. Thank you, Ryan.
Thank you for the rockets.
And we have Good Life saying, you guys make bank of others' ignorance. Lol, I'm out of here. All right. What does it mean? Okay. What else we have here? Pet pot page question. When I schedule a live stream to Facebook and or YouTube days in advance, does it show up on my paid channel to let people know that I'll be streaming X days or X hours? So it tells people, yeah, that in YouTube, Facebook, there is a post basically mentioning that you are going to be live at a specific time, and this is the time that you set up in Evmux.
Exactly.
I hope it answers your question, definitely. And there is a great YouTube video in our channel. You can just look at schedule Evmux or something of that sort, and you'll see how to do that. Super simple. All right. Sandy is saying it was streaming to this channel and now it will not. It will stream to my other channel on Facebook, but not this one. Support tickets take 3 or more days for an answer and doesn't help. All right. Sorry about that, of course. Definitely
Yeah,
reach out
it
to the
sounds
support
weird.
again and we will make sure to reply. But basically speaking, if it works for one channel, it should work for another channel unless
So
you have any
yeah,
limitation.
let's try if you can elaborate a little bit about the question, because stream to this channel and now it will not. It
Yeah,
will.
it sounds like there is a channel that the stream doesn't go through to a specific channel. Usually it should be something within the channel configuration because, again, if you stream to one, it should work for the other one. But yeah, definitely let's take it offline.
Yeah.
All right. Ryan is saying that's lit. Thank you, Ryan. Um, Bingle is saying, oh, nice. And Ryan has a question. Is it possible to have the chat up while I'm streaming? When you say up, you mean what we showed before? I guess so. So
You can put it. I guess you didn't show. If you can go back a lot to the screen share, just show them. It's like a regular layer. You can resize it. You can move it around. You can place it wherever you want. Actually.
yeah, so if we go again to, let's do this. Whoopa. And if you go to the chat, you see that the chat box is just a layer and I can move around whatever I want basically as any layer in Evmux. Okay. I hope that answers the question. All right. What else? What else? Okay, there's a question here from Mr. Funk asking, does it remove banned chat? That's a great question, Iran.
That's a great question. I'm not sure about how it works with band chat, because it's actually showing the chat that you have inside of Evmax. But if we got those chat before he was banned, I'm not sure if we are removing them. So I will take it offline to check it. But it's a good question. We will I will check it out. I don't have an answer
That's
actually right
fine.
now.
That's fine. We can
Yeah,
chat.
yeah,
All
yeah.
good.
But it's a good question. We will check it out.
Darius is saying, love it. I can think of so many ways to use their features 100%. And that's exactly why we're so excited. You really can do anything with that. And that's also a good opportunity to say that we are really eager to hear your feedback. I mean, not only feedback, but also any ideas you have for apps that you think we should add. It will help us because then that's our way to prioritize. And now basically apps let us to kind of go crazy with
Yeah,
development because we don't need to think, oh, it's going to make things complicated. No, you just don't have to add the app if it's a complicated one, right? It's not making the interface of Evmux complicated by default. Only after you add the apps. Yes, of course, when I add more apps to my studio, it becomes more complicated. But it's for
it's
me.
up to you.
I know that I need
It's up to
that and
you.
I want it. Okay, and I can remove it if it's too much, right? So I have the flexibility, and that's amazing. All right, we have someone in Facebook saying QR code works like a charm. Of course, they are. All right, we have Agent Bay watching us from Vietnam. Wow, man,
Wow.
this is far. All right. We have a question here. If someone is watching on Facebook, with a QR code default to YouTube, or is it always Facebook? No, so let me explain. The QR code now that you scanned leads you to the Facebook group just because this is what I configured. Everyone, even watching on YouTube now, if they scan this specific QR code, it will lead them to the Facebook group because
Exactly.
I wanted to encourage everyone to join the Facebook group by
But
general.
you
This
can place there
any
any
link.
URL that you want to
For
redirect.
example, if I'm doing live shopping in Amazon, it can be a link to my store in Amazon. Okay, if I'm promoting something, it can be a link to the thing I'm promoting. If I do sports kind of analytics and stuff, I can link it to an analyzation website or statistics website or whatever it is. Okay, and it doesn't have to be only one QR code, right? So you can have
Yeah,
multiple
you can
QR codes.
place
You can have
few, and
different scenes
you
with
can
different
place
QR
like
codes.
titles above them. I don't know. Be
Whatever.
creative. Actually,
Ram is saying making it an open source game changer. So it's not 100% open source, I would
no,
say,
the
but
apps like the it's yeah, it's funny. It's not open source. Evmux is not open source. Not the whole platform for sure, but um,
it lets you to
the
add
apps
code
and
to
widget
Evmux.
that we build, we think we will launch them as an open source, at least part of them, because it allows you as a developer to explore and see what are the options for you to implement your app. So
Yeah, and
yeah,
yeah, and improve apps. Yes, amazing. Cool, cool. Darius is saying excited about being able to add the scripture. Bring it on. Yeah, definitely. All right. Great news. I stream from my church. All right. So stay tuned. You're going to have some amazing, amazing apps specific for church users. Agent Bay saying, looking for the upcoming widgets. Cool, cool. Thank you. Another question from Mr. Funk. Does that chat display show sorry, does the chat display show chat from a user who has been, oh, it's the same question. Okay, sorry for, it took us some time to answer your question. All right. What else? Ryan is saying, I like the chat.
thank you very
We
much.
have love from Xtag, thank you. And we have Rock showing here, hey Muxers. We have Larry here. This is fantastic, very easy to use. Yep, yep, yep. Cool, thank you. Um, Agent is saying, nice Paul app function. I'm just taking your chat one by one, and I'm super happy to see the chat. That crazy. Um, Jim Lawyer is saying, game changer.
It
Yep,
is
it
indeed.
is a game changer. Oh, now I'm getting to the comments of like we are in delay here.
Yeah,
The
you're
bingo
not
is
used to
saying,
it. See, I'm a rock star. Look what I'm bringing it at.
oh, that's amazing. We have quick question from Khalif Wins. Can I use my Elgato Stream Deck XL with Evmux? I've been considering investing in your platform.
Definitely, you have the hotkeys functionality inside of Evmax, and you can set it in the Stream Deck for sure.
All
Yeah,
right. Another question. Can I save my scene templates to be readily available to use in my daily streams? Or do I have to keep making them every time I go live? So you can definitely reuse them. Two ways to do that. First of all, you can just reuse the same session you created. So you create a session, then you create the scenes, and then the scenes are ready for you. This is what we do in our town halls. We just reuse the same session again and again and again.
it's amazing, Elad. I want to ask question the audience in the seeing us right now, because you touched really the point that we had some meeting this week, last week, about that specifically, because we saw some like people that are not aware that they can reuse the same session again and again and again, and it rise up some questions internally, like how we can crack it to be so people will understand it, and how we can configure it. Soon we will have some solution regarding this question. So stay tuned about it. But for now, as Alad mentioned, you can reuse the same session again and again and again. You don't need to recreate it every time you go live.
Yeah,
Definitely don't do it.
just to make sure that we are all aligned here, there is a solution right now. What Iran is saying as a solution is a better way to make sure that the users understand that they can reuse the sessions again and again. Alternatively, by the way, you can duplicate a session. Okay, when you duplicate a session, for some reason, some people would like to have different sessions. For example, you want to have, when you go live every week, you do want in the system that there will be different broadcasts per week. Okay, for some reason. So you can do that. You just duplicate the session, every scene, every element, everything will be duplicated. And then you'll have another session, but you don't have to recreate the scene again and again. I hope it
Exactly.
answers your question. All right. Pat Spot Page saying, very nice upgrades. You guys amaze me. I'd like to know. And others asked, can we block spam chat profs
Awesome.
from within Evmux? So as of now, no, you can't. You have to
Yeah.
do that on the platform you're streaming to, YouTube, for example.
But
They have very
it
good
is on the
for that.
roadmap.
Yeah.
Like,
All right.
who knows? Maybe someone will release up.
Yeah, we're
Solving it.
waiting.
We are waiting. Yeah.
Eagle VP tried the new apps and widgets last night. All right, you're an early adopter. Good,
Yeah.
good. Carrie News is saying, why often happens an error in which YouTube says there is no video coming from Evmux, and how do we fix that?
No, the only thing that I'm aware of it was like something temporarily with one of um, the the server house that we have, but
Data center.
yeah, farm, but it's already soft already.
Yeah, we had something very, very
It was
minor and
very
very
temporary.
temporary in one of the data centers, basically
Exactly.
one of the small data centers. So maybe you experienced that, and we're totally sorry about that. All right, Eagle VP, game changer. Yep, yep, yep. Darius, I'm testing the QR codes. Works great. All right, Darius, you can't wait, huh? We love that. All
Yeah,
right, Kerry is asking another question. Could you make the ticker longer than just 200 characters?
that's a good question. I don't have an answer for it, but
All right,
we'll
but we'll check.
definitely check it out. I don't know. We'll see.
Okay. Khalif wins. Can I upload my own costume video transition effects to Evmux? 100%. So there is a great video on our channel. You look for Evmux stingers, and you can
Stingers and
see
transition. Yeah.
how customizable the transitions are. And you see that we use the nice logo of Evmux, that part of the transition, and you can definitely do your own.
Just make sure it will be WebM because this is the only format that allows you right now to have a
Transparent background.
transparent background. So use a WebM. This is the only acceptable format that we have currently, and it's pretty easy. Just click on one of the scenes. You have the three dots menu. Click on them. You will see Stinger and transition, and you will be able to upload it. Choose your cue point where do you want the transition to be happen, and that's it pretty much. But as Elad
Yep.
mentioned, we have a video on it on YouTube.
Yep. All right. We have Tyson. Hey, stuff. My only problem, Evmux, I can't see the comment in my Facebook profile, and this is something I'm really concerned about.
Can see the comment in my Facebook profile, and this is
Like you don't get the I guess you don't get the comments from Facebook into Evmux. That's what you're saying.
yeah. Let us know in the comments.
Yeah. Let us know in the comments, and of course, reach out the support. We would love to help. Patspot page. Another question. Two parts. What does the backstage look like to guests? Second, is there a way to be in the backstage room with the guest before and or after the broadcast? All right, so definitely it's possible. So the first part, the experience now in Evmux, when you join as a speaker, you just see the live preview. You see what the host, the producer is seeing without all the crazy capabilities of, design the scenes, etc. So just a very, very let's say, basic experience because we want to keep it simple, but still we want them to be able to see what's on the screen all the time, even before you go live.
Yeah.
Okay.
So even if you're
Also,
switching
in terms
scenes and things like that, the guest will see it. They see the current
of
composition.
full composition, yeah. Now, the second part of the question, definitely you can speak with your speakers before you go live. And even when you are live, if you are not on the stage and you have other speakers not on the stage, during this time you can talk freely. You won't be heard on the stage. Only people on the stage will be heard by the audience. People that backstage, basically meaning that you're currently live, but they're not on the stage, or you're currently live, but you're running a video and no one is on the stage. During this time, you can talk freely. No one will hear you. And of course, after you end the broadcast, you can stay at the speaker room as much as you would like, and you can just talk, as any meeting platform. Okay, I hope that answers the question. Pat Spot page saying we often have conversations before and after a broadcast, and all the host can see are the little images at the bottom of the screen. Yeah, so if you would like to kind of see larger, you can just add them to the stage, but it's not really the stage because you're offline. And then that's an easier way for you to see the faces larger. Remember that Evmux is not a tool for meetings specifically. It's not designed for
Even
meetings.
though that you can do it, definitely you can do it.
Yeah, but yeah, you can definitely use that, but you need to add them to the stage and then you will be able to see them in a larger format.
Yeah.
All right. Darius is saying the QR code can be linked to your website as well. Great, of course, it has to. Larry is saying many of my users watch on their smartphones. If I run a poll, is there a way for them to participate in the poll without scanning the QR code?
Of course, you can share the link in the
Exactly.
comments.
So you'll have to share the link of the poll. It's also accessible in Evmux, and you'll have to copy it and paste it in the chat, and then they will have access to it.
We
The
will
QR
have it
code is
automatically,
done.
by the way. We will have like, it will be one click, and then you can share it all across the platform that you are connecting to. So it will share the link automatically.
Amazing, amazing. All right, Darius is saying a run for the win. Yep, yep.
Thank
Of
you, there
course.
is.
Question from the Real Ephraim podcast. He's saying, how do we access the EVMAX app? So I guess you're talking about to the apps and widgets specifically. So as we said, you go to your layers in the process, and then one
I
of
guess it's more general question. How do they use EVMAX even? It's like you
no, but
just
Real
need to go to
Ephraim
the website,
no, but
register, log in.
he's not a newbie. He knows how to access EVMAX. So I guess
Okay.
it's for the apps and the widgets. In any case, you just go to layers, and then there is a layer there saying apps and widgets, and then you'll see all the app options, and you can add them to your studio. All right. Agent Bay saying, are we be able to design our own lower thirds? You can, but not within Evmux. Like you can design a lower third and upload it as an asset. Either it's a video or it's a picture. So you can do that, but not natively in Evmux as of now. With that
You
said,
have some
you have
capabilities, by the way, to edit the lower third in
yeah,
terms of colors and things like that.
exactly. So you have ways to customize the native lower thirds in the system. We have a bunch of them, and you can customize them. But it's not that you can create a lower third from
Yeah.
scratch in EVMux. All right,
But
Khalif
you can
wins.
use WebMs and things like that.
Yep. Thanks so much for answering my questions. Our pleasure. I appreciate it, and I'll will be investing in your platform for my 3 shows. We are fortunate to have
Thank
you
you very
here, and thank
much.
you for that. Duda is saying, can we assign hotkeys to costume process?
Sure, definitely. You have like right now you have the prosins. You have no, actually you are not assigning for each prosin, but you have like the first one, second one. It's like automatically you set you have I think for the first 10 prosin, right? If I'm not wrong, let me check it out. I'm not in the studio, you see. Yeah, I have experienced it very similar to the studio, and I need to get used to it.
All
Uh,
right.
but I from what I remember, it's like the 10 first prosins. you
All
can send
right.
them a
So
hotkey.
the real Frame is saying now I understand the question. Is the app on Google Play or Apple? Okay, so Evmux it's not a native app for Google Play or Apple. It's a web app, so you definitely can use your smartphone to have and we released that I think several months ago.
Question is more general, I guess, a lot. This is what
Yeah,
I
yeah,
thought.
yeah.
It's
And
like just need to go to evmax.com, click on the registration on the top right corner, register. You can
and
connect
log in.
directly with your Google account or something like that, and boom, you are inside, and everything will be should be clear for you from
And it
that point.
works and it works amazing on mobile. So either iPhones or Android phones, you don't need to download anything. It's totally web based.
But the best practice to use EVMax if you want to get the best experience of it, use a computer,
Yeah, of
Mac
course.
or PC. Never mind, but it will be much better experience than using the phone. Even though that the phone can you can work with it also.
All right, we have Grandma Joe. How are you? We missed
Oh,
you.
hello. Yeah.
And Grandma Joe is saying, looking forward to getting back into EVMux and playing with all the new features. We really want to see you back in content creation in general and in EVMux specifically.
Yeah.
So yeah, we love you. Thank you
One
for
of the
joining.
early adapters of EVMax.
Yeah.
Yes.
We have Michael saying, I think the QR codes will be great for fundraising live stream events. Great idea. 100%. Great use case. Thank you, Michael.
Exactly. And we have some things in mind that we are going to release in the future in in this area specifically, but
Yeah.
I want uh
Some mystery. All right, Duda is saying, can I copy process between sessions? So we answered that by duplicating the session, you basically will duplicate all the scenes and all the assets and everything. All right, Grandma Joe is saying, okay, you say something to Darius, so we'll take it off. um, what else we have here? Wow, the chat is crazy. Damien is saying, question, any chance DVMux might add something similar to move transitions, OBS plugin, or more transition, PowerPoint transition? Do you have an idea what it means, Ron?
I guess it's like we have the existing transition that we have in EVMax, but I guess he's asking, correct me if I'm wrong, Damian, if we will add more transition capabilities like OBS plugin, one of the plugins that they have. We are open to it, and I guess it will be something that will be available for those who will develop on top of EVMax to also developing those kind of transition. And exactly, this is the thing. The sky is the limits. Once we will allow more API capabilities inside of the apps and widgets, actually everything will be achievable. So
All right. We
that's what.
have another question from Mr. Funk. Is there an email address to give a hopefully helpful non-public criticism? For sure, always happy to get feedback. info@evmux.com or support@evmux.com.
I
Both
guess the
of them.
support is much more.
Yeah, support@evmux.com. It will open a ticket immediately and then we can track it. And it's totally fine that it's not a support ask, but just,
Yeah.
a feedback, criticism, whatever it is. Always happy to hear the community. All right, Jim Lawyer, can I broadcast to a web page? I guess you want to have EVMux within your web.
Yeah, that's a great question, but this leads us to the next release that we will have very soon. I can't speak about it yet, but stay tuned.
It's
It,
coming.
it will be available in some way. Yeah.
Yeah. Michael is saying,
Right now, by the way, one second, Elan. Right now, by the way, you can embed a YouTube player inside your page. So once you go live, you will have or schedule. You can take this embed code from YouTube and paste it in your website. And once you will go live, you will be live on on that webpage, of course.
all right, Michael, will YouTube videos be able to be an app widget for reaction videos? That's a nice one. A lot of people, they do reaction videos and then they need to do a lot of work to kind of crop, share screen, whatever, and be able to just pull in a YouTube video into a scene. That might be a good one.
Yeah, that's a good one, and this is exactly what we are trying to achieve. So if you have an idea, we might develop it. It sounds very simple app to develop, by the way,
Yeah, yeah,
but if
yeah.
you have some skills, you will be able to do it very easily and
But
think
that's
about
what's
it.
nice about those ideas sometimes, that they're so easy to implement, but they're a whole new world for people, right?
Yeah,
Cool, cool. Um, Mr. Funk saying, how active are you working on the mobile beta? I guess you mean how active we are on the mobile mode of the studio.
like
So,
how much we are investing in the mobile version of the studio.
mhm.
So we are trying. We are still keeping getting feedbacks and things like that, and we are improving with time. If you have things over there, don't hesitate. As Elad mentioned before, just reach out to the support at evmux.com, and we are really trying to do our best to address all of those issues that our users have. Um, that's it, I guess.
All right.
I
Do they
don't.
saying?
I don't. I'm not sure a lot. By the way, that you will be able to read all the comments today. You know.
I don't know. It means you want to go, huh?
No, I'm just
I
saying.
enjoy
I'm
though.
seeing the scroll
Let's
right
see.
now.
Let's see. For now, I'm fine. Let's see until I'll get too tired. But let's
Okay.
try. All right. Duda is saying, can I ask for the ability to assign a costume hotkey to a process as a feature request? You make a runs think. It's good.
No, it's as I mentioned. You can do it right now for the first 10 prosins. So I guess in most of the time, the ones that you want to have hotkey, just move them up, and they will be available for you as an hotkey.
All right. We have another question from Troy. Is it possible to broadcast to multiple to costume RTMP destinations? Yes, I think we don't really
Depends on
limit
your
you.
plan. Yeah.
We don't really limit you for RTMP
Right.
destinations. It depends on the plan. So let's say in the Pro plan you have 9. I think all the 9 can be costume RTMPs.
Exactly.
All right. All right. All right. What else I can see here? I just try to, because of the time, I try to see if there is any nice question that is relevant to everyone. Um, wow, a lot of comments. All right, cool. I think we're done. I don't see any specific, relevant question to all of the audience. I can't thank you enough for joining us every week. It was an amazing town hall. Thank you, Eran, for joining me. You're not joining all the times, but we're definitely trying to keep you more involved in town halls. I think it's really, really useful. Um, and specifically now, when we are releasing some very, very important and game-changing features that requires a lot of technology understanding sometimes, and having you here is really helpful for everyone, so thank you for that. And with
For
that,
inviting me.
I encourage all of you to really let us know in the Facebook group for any idea comes to your mind. We had some great ideas already in the chat, but sometimes it's not coming immediately. You just need to think about it, and it's coming. So whenever it comes to your mind, let us know. We really want to make sure that we develop as many useful apps as possible to make your life unstoppable. So yeah, with that, we'll see you all in the next
In
one.
the next one.
Bye
See
bye.
you all.
All right, I'm live. That was easy.